Alright guys, BLM here. Time for probably my final review of the day. This is probably like my 6th review shooting today. The episode that I'm going to be reviewing today is a real fish story, which was episode 38 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2. And overall, I actually do like this episode. I'm not a big fan of Season 2 overall, but I think this one was actually a pretty decent episode. It's a filler, but I enjoyed it. The episode starts off with Rocky being a volunteer lifeguard, and he sees this kid that's scared of swimming in the lake and stuff like that because he's scared that monsters are going to come out of it or something. And he mentioned, what's so stupid is that Rocky mentions that I've been here my entire life. I know that there's no monsters here, when he just moved here for I don't know, a few months ago maybe. It's just so stupid that the writers completely forgot that Rocky isn't from Angel Grove. But after hearing this, Zed decides to use sea monsters to attack the city. After that, they go to Bulk and Skull, who they pretend to be sharks to make the Rangers come out and save kids and stuff like that. It's such a stupid idea. I mean, the plot point in Season 2 was to try to find out who the Rangers are, and this is still continuing it, but it's kind of a stupid idea, to be honest. Zed decides to release a shark monster who was from Season 1, which was with Rita and stuff, so I don't know why he had access to that monster, but whatever. He uses that monster. Rocky, Billy, and Aisha go to fight the monster, and the other three are actually scuba diving. After that, Zed releases two other monsters, one being Piranha's Head from the Mutiny, which is kind of weird. The other one, I forgot what he's from, but he's from another episode in Season 1, I believe. Then after that, they released the crayfish monster from Mighty Morphin Mutant. Really, I mean, they did this just as an excuse to use the old costumes so they don't have to get new monsters and stuff like that. It's kind of a lazy idea, but I do think it actually worked out. And also, I like that Zed actually had the right idea of releasing multiple monsters at once and not just one for it to be picked off. Because with them releasing multiple monsters, the Rangers have to split up and they have less of a chance of beating it. Tommy, Kimberly, and Adam finish their scuba diving and they decide to join the fight. They're having some trouble. I mean, they're not winning, but they're not really losing either. I mean, there's whatever. And then after that, Zed decides to distract the Rangers by creating another monster, a tube monster, out of a tube that Bulk and Skull are trying to use to get back on shore. And he instantly makes them grow. I don't know why. It's probably because either they didn't have the suits to shoot American footage with it, or there was just there probably was no Die Ranger footage that they could have used with it because of the suit changes and everything. I mean, the only thing that they could have done was some Kyber Ranger footage, but I don't know if he fought against that monster in Die Ranger or not, so I don't know. So they just made him grow right away. This is a part that's kind of confusing. I mean, it's mainly because of the Die Ranger footage, but they're fighting the Rangers are fighting 4 monsters. There's 6 of them. Yeah, and they're still having trouble. Yet, when the tube monster comes, they get the 5 Rangers to make the Thunder Megazord and make them go away and just have Tommy fight the 4 monsters by himself. That makes no sense. I mean, it should have been the other way around, but then again, because of Die Ranger footage, they kind of had to. But it would have made more sense if Tommy used the Tiger Zord to defeat the monster while the other 5 were fighting the 4 monsters. Because this way, Tommy has to fight the 4 monsters by himself, which is stupid. The Rangers pretty much easily defeat the tube monster with the Thunder Megazord. And at the same time, Tommy is fighting the 4 monsters, and he defeats them pretty easily, which is so stupid because just a few seconds ago he was having so many problems just trying to fight one of them, yet now he defeats all 4 of them really easily. It makes no sense. But the episode ends with the kid that was at the beginning of the episode that was scared of the water. He ends up saving Bulk and Skull from drowning, and everyone's like, yay, you're a hero and stuff, and that's the end of the episode. To be honest, I do like this episode. It's a very flawed episode. It's not really a great one. I mean, almost every episode has its flaws, though. This one, I mean, to be honest, I'll probably give it a 7. Mainly because I like the idea of Zed sending 4 monsters at once, even though they were old costumes and stuff. Also, this was an episode I remember watching as a kid, so, I mean, it's an episode that still holds some nostalgia. So, I give it a 7. I mean, it's really, to be honest, not the greatest episode, but it's not really a bad episode. So, yeah, I'll give it a 7. I enjoyed it. So yeah, that's my review of a real fish story. Thank you for watching.